It's time to wake up, Warriors.
PTTV class is headed to an award ceremony called DMAC on Wednesday. Stay tuned for more information.
An incredible space mission has recently made its way back to Earth with pictures and footage never before seen by humankind. Stick around to learn more.
Today's edition of Wake Up Warriors.
Live from Penn Trafford High School, this is Wake Up Warriors. Wake Up Warriors starts now.
Live from the studios of PTTV, this is Wake Up Warriors on Monday, April 13th. I'm Allison Pallone.
And I'm Brooklyn Usmiller.
We're glad to have you with us this morning for today's show. The PTTV class is going to an award production ceremony on this Wednesday. DMAC Production Ceremony is an annual event at Robert Morris University. Here's executive producer Juliet Mastriani for more.
DMAC is an award show held at RMU that we attend every year for video projects that we've submitted. And we get to have lunch there, we do a fun little scavenger hunt, and then they present the awards to all of the schools that compete. Some of the other schools that are normally at DMAC are Franklin Regional, Greater Latrobe, other schools in the greater Pittsburgh area, and yeah, it's just a really fun time. So for DMAC, I actually did a commercial for my dad's business, and we submitted that, and I did a similar one last year, and it won. So hopefully this year gets something too. What made me do this piece was I'm just really passionate about creating videos and just doing different video projects, and I thought it would be really fun to do something for my dad's business to kind of show what he does. So we get there and we go into the event center. Then we get seated, and normally they do like a little talk first, and then there's a keynote speaker who's in the world of like TV, film media, and they talk for a little bit, and then we have lunch and we do an activity during the day, and then they present the awards to us, and it's just really fun to see like everyone who was nominated for it and who ends up winning and just cheering everyone on. It's a really good time. And I also think it's a great opportunity for TV students to kind of class and just experience what award shows are like and be proud of the work that we do throughout the year, kind of leading up to this.
Tickets for Penn Trafford's spring musical Mamma Mia are still on sale. Make sure to act quickly for a chance to go see an exciting show while supporting your classmates. You can buy your tickets at curate.com or get your tickets at the door in the Performing Arts Lobby. Come support the show, PT.
Attention juniors, there's an upcoming STEAM College and Career Fair being held at CSAC on April 30th. Various universities, business and military branches will be in attendance for students. We spoke to Mr. Owen to learn more about how eligible students can register.
All juniors, there will be a CCAC STEAM College and Career Fair held on April 30th at CCAC in Pittsburgh. All students should register through their email. They receive an email from me and they can register through a form. Registration is due by April 24th along with parent permission. Students, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. There will be only 30 students admitted to this event, so make sure that you sign up as soon as possible so that you get a spot. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Have a great day.
The final athletic signing photo opportunity of the year will be held on Wednesday, April 15th at 9 a.m. in the athletic lobby. Students who wish to participate in the photo op should register with Miss Alexander in the athletic office.
If you weren't there for the historical event on Friday, the Artemis II space shuttle has finally landed after its trip around the moon. This mission holds incredible significance for humanity and our future. We spoke to Mr. Tusick about this mission.
So the Artemis II launched on April Fool's Day, April 1st, at around 6 p.m. So the crew is Commander Reed Wiseman, pilot Victor Glover, mission specialist Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen, who's also a mission specialist. He's the Canadian on the trip. So this mission is a test mission for the new Orion spacecraft. During their flyby, they got within 4,067 miles of the surface of the moon and were able to take a ton of pictures, observations. They were mainly on the back side of the moon, which we don't get to see from Earth. And they actually had a moment when the moon and the sun lined up, and so they got an eclipse. However, it's not like the eclipse that we talk about here on Earth because they were really close to the moon. What I think is cool is that it is basically us sending humans back to another celestial body. Artemis 3 is going to be next year to test the docking and the lander system that will land us on the moon in 2028. So Artemis 4 should be the boots on the ground. In the past, it was just to show you could get there. That was the whole point of the 70s. They eventually did some science, but it was just to show that we could beat somebody to a different place. I just hope that this has inspired people to know that when we all work together, we can achieve almost anything. So, as long as humans keep pushing to explore, we'll eventually get there.
Senora Alba's honors Spanish 4 class had a wax museum for fellow classes. This is the biggest project of the year for the students. Students made a trifold for a famous Hispanic figure with a biography, a timeline, caption photos, and if wanted, fun photos of that person to fill space. Beyond that, the students had to memorize a 30 to 45 speech deliver. Once a button is pressed, finally students needed to come prepared and dress in costume. Some of the wax characters featured were Lin-Manuel Miranda, Selena, and Pedro Pascal.
Near the end of March, Penn Trafford students went to Franklin Regional High School to compete in CalcuSolve, a math competition where teams compete to solve math equations and word problems. We spoke with competitor Faiz Katri to learn more.
CalcuSolve is a math competition. This year we went to Franklin High School, and a bunch of schools were there. We competed against each other. There were 9 individual problems and 1 team problem. So the Penn Trafford team took home first place. I took home first place for the individual. Jaden Young took home 3rd place, and Ben Wee took home 4th place. Roll PT CalcuSolve.
Sponsored by NHS, Project Confidence is a teen-focused donation initiative created to support teenagers who may not have access to everyday items that help them feel confident and comfortable. We spoke to the project's organizer, Celia Sperber, to learn more.
So Project Confidence is an initiative that basically it gives teens the means that they need to feel better about themselves and really understand who they are. We accept physical donations that can be lightly used room decor, accessories, anything of that type, or unopened self-care items that can be skincare, body sprays, anything of that kind. We also accept monetary donations. There's a couple donation centers right now. We have a donation center at Empower Aesthetics and Wellness, Stacy Lynn Boutique Photography, both Pen Pals locations, and the King Seat Tavern. We can also take donations in Mr. Romeo's room here. Starting April 6th, when we come back from Easter break, we will be collecting donations in the LGI, sponsored by NHS. So if you guys want to donate, reach out to me, Celia, or Senora Birch, and you guys can bring donations here.
The PT track and field teams competed at the Lady Spartan/Wildcat Invitational at Hempfield Area High School this weekend. Congratulations to Sarah Bernard on breaking the school record in the discus and placing 3rd. Shout out to Hannah Weishar for placing 3rd in the 800-meter run as well. Great job to all that competed.
Last Friday, the boys' tennis team traveled to Shaler Area High School for a 3:30 match. Although the boys fell short, their next set of matches is tomorrow, where they travel to Franklin Regional at 11 a.m. The boys' volleyball team was on the road to Pine Richland High School for a 7:15 game. The Warriors ultimately fell short to the Rams, but look to come back tomorrow, where they travel to Hempfield for a 7 o'clock serve.
Tonight in sports, the boys' tennis team welcomes Connellsville High School for a 3:30 match back on the courts. The girls' softball team is traveling to McKeesport for a 6:30 first pitch. The boys' baseball team is traveling to Washington and Jefferson College for a 7 o'clock game against Trinity Area High School. And the girls' lacrosse team is traveling to Bethel Park for a 7:30 match. Thank you for tuning in for today's edition of Wake Up Warriors. We now invite you to stand for the Pledge of the Flag. This has been Allison Pallone
And Brooklyn Usmiller.
Have a great day, PT.